my goodness.
It's been way too long.
We're back on a microphone.
What song is this? I don't recognize it. I know it from somewhere.
This
Is it from a movie or is it from a podcast?
This is from one of the greatest podcasts of all time. This track is from the Lunch Break Podcast.
And we're back.
We are back. If you don't remember us,
than ever.
I'm Ricky, and over here,
I'm Chris.
that's Chris. And the intro just straight
Shut
up
out.
stopped right there. So that's cool. Production value. Production value. That's what we're all about here on the Lunch Break Podcast. Now, I'm working on my wire.
You think we have this all together by now? This is what, season 3?
We don't.
Do we see?
Do we have seasons?
Do we season
If we
this?
have season 2 was very short. It was cut short due to a writer's strike.
Yeah.
That's what happened with season 2.
Yes, that's true.
But no, we had to take a hiatus. We just had to.
It was for our own sanity that we
Because
took a hiatus.
for those watching on YouTube, which I'll just say this disclaimer now. If you're listening to this episode audio, this is not going to be a great audio episode for you.
You need the visual for sure.
You definitely are going to need a visual today. But for those watching, you'll notice we're in a new setting, a new office.
It's a very, very nice atmosphere, I'd say.
It's got a good
change.
ambiance.
Yeah.
I wish I could. Maybe I'll superimpose images of some of the stuff in here. So we're in my office now. And then the reason why we've been on hiatus is because our church that we are pastors at just underwent a massive. I say massive. It probably wasn't massive in the grand scheme of massive.
Well, it felt like massive. It felt massive in my life,
like
in your life,
the worst
in our
thing
lives.
ever for a whole summer.
It's very stressful. Yes.
So we were doing a
Went through
building
big-
project.
Yep, renovation and expansion, really. So
So our offices are the result of the expansion piece. If you remember, well, maybe you wouldn't remember because maybe we never talked about this, but Chris didn't have an office.
never had an office.
Chris had a desk in the middle of our lobby.
Yeah, that was, and I didn't have it. Yeah, I didn't have any personal space or privacy if I needed it. I had to just
Nothing.
get up and walk away and find a vacated room to have some kind of a phone call in if I needed it. But
His desk became a catch-all for whatever.
That's true.
It didn't matter. But he has an office. We're not in that office. But that
it's
office
just
is sweet.
right over there.
What's the name of your office, Chris?
does it have the CK Lounge?
The CK Lounge. A little reference to Dane Cook, not endorsing, but referencing Dane Cook over at the CK Lounge.
Gotta
It's a
bring the
nice
coops.
spot to hang.
It is.
You gotta bring
I
coops.
gotta bring the coops. I thought yours was gonna be more of the hangout. I don't know. I just thought your office would be, and it was initially because
I was the only one that
it
had
was
chairs.
completed. Yeah, you had chairs. Now mine does, and it does have that more of a hangout feel to it.
I like
But
it. I like hanging.
I like both. I like coming into your office as well and hanging out here,
It's nice.
podcasting here.
That's right.
So
That's right. So
you got all the hookups here that we need for that. So
speaking of changes, the church isn't the only thing that has undergone some change around here.
what else has changed?
Well,
Things don't change.
sometimes people change, Chris.
That's true.
Sometimes people
Should I make?
change.
Is that my cue for a confession?
Well, I don't know.
There's been a change, for sure. Should I reveal? Is this this is the revelation
I think
time?
if you guys haven't seen Chris in a while, he's very different. Now, you may not notice right now because we pretty much always wear hats on podcasting.
Yes, it's just for some reason it's just
happens.
become the thing. And look, we're both wearing New York, just different teams, but
That's right. Teams both,
Represent-
I think,
represent New York.
bound for the playoffs
yes.
this 2022 season.
But
But
you know, I might need to take my hat off.
let your hair down.
Let's let the hair down. Okay, ready? Are you ready for this?
I'm
Okay,
ready.
here it comes.
I don't know if they're ready. Are you ready out there? What? Lex Luthor.
The villain of the podcast.
Chris went
Wow.
super short.
Yes.
It looks so different with headphones on.
It does.
Oh, that's unreal. You got a Joe Rogan feel just without the controversy
Yeah, the controversy.
and without the listener base. Yeah, I'll tell you. Well, that's not true.
And I'm
We're
no,
competing.
And I'm no
We're
cuss
competing with
master
them.
either, so.
You are no longer cuss master, Chris. But look at that. I
Yeah.
was not anticipating that being not jarring. It's just different. Everything
It
you
is very
do
different.
has now an adjustment period. Like I've gotten used to just Bald Chris. Bald is bald the right word? Buzz Chris?
Buzz?
Fuzzy Wuzzy?
Yeah, I don't know. I guess I'm still settling in on that as well.
Yeah.
The nomenclature.
So
The
terminology. Walk us through this. What brought about Hairless Chris?
Well, part of it is natural. I mean, it was thinning to begin with, so it was on its way out. And I had been pondering the idea, the option of cutting it real short. And I've kind of eased into it a little bit. I did a little bit shorter haircut. I did some things that I thought would take the emphasis off of the area of my hair that was thinning, which seemed to be in this general compartment of my head.
It was a gateway to see the rest of your head.
Right. And I was looking at photographs, and every time a photo was taken, all I could see was that spot. And I was thinking, at some point, it just got to be done with it. And but never really had an idea as to when that would happen and when it would take place, or if it would be a gradation, or if it would just be something as shocking as just doing it one day. And then we went on the men's retreat for our church.
You get a bunch of men together in the middle of nowhere, no wives around.
Right.
Things happen.
And this is one of those things that happened, yes.
You pulled the trigger.
Well, when given the option, when presented with, we have a trimmer right here. If you're game, Chris, do you want to do that?
And this was by someone who also goes super short with a beard.
Yep.
And then another person who goes super short with a beard saying, you should do this. And you look at them and you go, works for them.
Yeah, exactly. I was like, it looks good on those guys. Let me try it. It's got to work for me. So it's got to.
I will say this, Chris, even though you committed to do it, when you first sat down, you had a big look of, I'm not quite so sure about this. Yeah. So I just want everyone to see Chris's face right before it happened.
That's right.
That is
that's my face.
Is the face of, I can't believe I'm gonna do this.
And that was obviously hat hair, Chris, too. But you could see what I'm talking about, and even in the photo,
it does show. Right there, right in the front.
Yeah,
like what should be a nice smudged piece of hair. It's smudged few pieces of hair.
Correct. Yes.
But that's not where it stayed.
No.
You eventually got it cut. Go to the next picture here.
This is in process.
That's in process. Look at that. Well, one of my favorite pictures is this next one here. Midway through Chris. That looks like Chris put on that app. That ages you instantly.
Oh my goodness.
That is just.
Thankfully, that's not where it stayed, though.
But you have a big smile because you didn't see that.
No.
Now, if we showed you that midway through, would you have had regrets?
Probably, and at that point, I would. Yes.
But there's no turning back.
No, at that point, you got to go all the way. You got to commit to the rest.
That is so good. That is so good.
Yeah, that's right. The whole time, I didn't know what was. There was no mirror there.
None.
It was all blind to me.
We actually
did it.
We actually did it in like the middle of a big dining room area of guys. Everyone thought you lost a bet.
Yeah,
because of the way we did it.
Asking me that, yeah. And looking back, probably wasn't best to do it in front of a bunch of guys.
Probably should have, yeah.
Yeah, probably should have done it in a more private spot, like in another area.
Because then it became a thing.
Everybody. Yeah, which I was not looking for the emphasis to be on me but that's just what happened. When you're in a group of guys and you get kind of caught up in the excitement. You make rash decisions like this.
Nobody said, Chris, where would you like this to happen? Right. We're just like, here's your chair, sit down.
Right. I'm like, okay.
We're going to buzz you.
How it goes. There's no other options. You don't think options. You just think it's happening right now.
Yeah.
So
it went from, let's put this back up on for you. It went from that, check out this Eddie Bauer model. Look at that.
There it is.
In the woods, rustic man. See, when I took that photo, that looked weird. I go back to that photo. I'm like, that's just Chris now.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's like it took a couple days to get used to it. But like, that's a good look.
Yeah, it worked.
I think that's a good look.
I think it is too. I think I just need to get some color, on the top of my head here.
Yeah, bad season.
Yeah, it's true. It's not like I can go out and tan it that easily. We're moving into the cold time of the year.
Get the black card. Planet Fitness. Tanning beds.
Oh, yeah.
Become a tanner.
They have tanners there?
Yeah.
I thought they maybe had like massage little areas, that kind of thing.
They do. Some of them, I think, have tanning beds.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Get yourself a little UV.
Could be.
I don't know.
We'll see.
So, and then I wanted to just show people, just so you had an idea. This is the wrong tablet. This is what it was,
Oh, yeah, there it is.
and that's what it is now.
Yeah.
Two different people.
It is very different. I mean,
But you also have a different, because you are one who would mess with his facial hair all day long.
that's true.
And the picture on the left is just goatee Chris. Not even full goat, just chin goat.
Yep, that's right.
And then you have full beard, autumn wear Chris on the right. I think it's a good look.
I think I pull it off.
I'm not even kidding. I think it's a good look.
Yeah, I've got a lot of good feedback from people.
Now, I just want
been encouraging.
to show you some people now that you are now a part of this club. You look just like them.
Okay. Wow.
Okay? So, you are now in the club with the likeness of Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson.
Yes.
You look like that
Oh man,
in all aspects.
I wish I looked like that. Oh wait, I do.
Just a little tanning bed, you're The Rock. Okay? You also, and I don't know if this is a compliment. I feel like at one point it would have been. You got John Travolta.
Yeah, John Travolta, that's right.
You're with John Travolta now.
Yeah.
Bald beard, handsome.
He's a good
And then
looking guy.
you also, because you don't go 100%, you're not smooth head. Pull off Jason Statham.
Oh, I forgot all about Jason.
Statham.
Oh, I forgot all about him.
You talk with a gritty accent.
Yeah, you can do that for me. I can't do that.
Take guys down. You're in this club. That is the club you are now in. How does that make you
feels
feel?
good to be a part of that club, I think.
How does that make you feel?
I'm not the only one. I've joined the ranks.
You have. I haven't.
You have no,
I haven't done that.
not yet. Do you think you ever will?
Well, I used to buzz it in college the same way that you just did. Maybe not as short because I didn't have money for haircuts. I didn't want to bother with it, so I just got a buzzer and
Did you do it yourself, or did you have somebody else do it
I
for
did
you?
it myself.
Yeah, that's the one thing is like about this whole thing that about the shaving is that I've never been impulsive when it's come to hairstyling. I mean, I've been a little bit impulsive with facial hair, like you said, shave a beard, keep the little goatee, grow it back again, that kind of thing, just on a whim. But that's not too crazy. But to shave the head, I've never done that my entire life. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
not even when I was a kid. Usually, as a kid, you do it at least one time, or in college, never did it.
Yeah.
But you were
Clearly not a family hairstyle that is liked initially. I'll leave it at that.
right. Right.
Some controversy with the cut initially, but it's okay now. Now, this is where we're at with Chris. This is the Chris you have now. You want to walk down memory lane? You want to see what once was?
Yeah, I think it's going to be really helpful to do this. It's a way they could say
I wish I had
farewell
like
at the same time.
I will remember you. Like it's like some kind of a background music. Oh my
there we
goodness.
go.
Christopher.
I remember that.
I mean, even at my best, I never had hair like that.
They were nice locks for sure.
Look at that. The beach blowing the hair around. I mean, that is what is it called? Completely opaque? No, that's not the right word. What is it when you can't see through something?
Yeah,
Yeah,
opaque.
opaque.
Opaque, yeah.
You can't see through that hair.
No.
That is jet black,
Yeah.
thick, luscious hair.
Yeah.
You had good hair. You can own that.
Yeah.
And you had good. You had a good bald
good
head.
memories.
I wish I put the picture in of the side profile. Chris has a great side profile head.
That's what I hear.
Not everybody does.
I heard over and over again from people who were given their feedback is that you have a nice shaped head. You have the right shaped head for it, a bald head.
Yeah.
Like, okay.
It's true.
That's good. It's encouraging.
Young Chris with his bride.
Yep.
Whole permission was asked
2009.
before we put her on the internet. She's
on
on Facebook.
Yeah, it's true. She's more than I am. But yeah, I can't tell in that picture, but I think I had earrings in that.
You
Little studs.
Can we talk about? Oh, you can see it now. I can. That's
Now,
all.
once
I
you
can
see
see
it, you can see, yeah.
I see studs in a soul patch.
Yep, exactly.
Oh my!
Not sure I pulled that part off, but the hair was nice.
Were you in like an early 2000s alternative band?
I should have been. I just had absolutely no gifting in the music area, no skills. So I could have been the front man if all they did was just stand there.
Milli
Didn't do any
Vanilli.
singing.
Girl, you know it's girl, you know it's girl, you know it's true. And then,
Oh, yeah, and then-
there's Chris with the glasses.
Yep. soul patch as well. I think
Soul
from his-
patch. You're
probably
still
around the
rocking
same
the
season.
soul.
I did it for a short time, but who didn't?
I never did.
You never did the soul patch?
My soul patch is like translucent. Like
Oh.
it's hair that's there,
Yeah.
but not. It like doesn't have the same color as the rest of my beard.
Right.
Now that's funny. Like, so you're one who will mess with his beard. I don't want to mess with my facial hair.
No, well, you found what works for you. And you tell you, I'm
Just
not
cover up as
diverting
much
from
of
this.
my face as possible, and I'm good. I went with like the chin hair
Yeah.
at one point, just the chin because I couldn't get a good mustache. I still
Yeah.
don't feel like I have a quality mustache, so I went with like that and the sideburns,
Gotcha.
kind of deal. But I never messed with my facial hair. I've messed with my hair quite a bit actually. We can talk about me for a little bit.
Tell me a little bit about your hair history.
Well, I'm going to take this one back to 8th grade.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So if we could turn our attention to the screen. That was 8th grade.
oh, my goodness.
That is my blue.
That's a very, that's blue, Ricky.
It's 100% blue.
All you need is just a little, the New York symbol in there, in the orange. and
That's
you would've
true.
been-
It was, when it was first done, it was like electric blue.
See, that's what I never did. Never did any colors in my hair either.
It's a
colored it.
process. I'll tell you what.
Wow.
I had to bleach it, and that hurts.
Doesn't it burn?
It like burns and it reeks.
Really?
And like in that moment, I was like, "Oh no, what am I doing?"
And you did it yourself?
No, I went to
Okay, I was gonna say you had to probably go somewhere.
went to
for
a
that.
the hairstylist who cut my hair at the time. I kept seeing on the board like hair coloring costs this much. I'm like, I want to do it.
And you
My
said,
mom's like,
blue's
you're
a
not
good
worried
color.
about people making fun of you? I'm like, it's gonna happen anyway.
It's true.
So I
already
think I
making
kind of
fun of me.
owned it. I don't remember any major repercussions. I think church people thought it was bizarre at the Catholic church I was in, but I don't
Your
know.
school,
Many people
you could
really
get away with
cared.
it at your
Some church
at your
people.
school. They
Yeah,
didn't
I
care
got
about
away with
that.
it at the school. In 8th grade, not a large friend pool anyway, so the friends I had certainly didn't care.
Right.
We were rocking our Dragon Ball Z T-shirts and being
Going
super cool.
Super Saiyan.
Yeah, I'm super sane, Ricky. But blue was not where I was going to stay. So eventually,
What was next?
before I show the picture, I'll give it a little backstory. I was super into Linkin Park, and I guess technically would still. I mean, I'm not super into them now, but I still like them. I don't have a dislike for them.
Right.
But I was really into Linkin Park, and I would put up like magazine photos of bands all over my room. And the rap singer from Linkin Park, Mike Shinoda, I had a picture of him, and he had his hair spiked, and he had this bright red, and I'm like, that's what I want. And I thought, if I do that, I'm going to look like Mike Shinoda.
Yeah.
I didn't.
Of course you will, right?
I didn't. Of course.
How could you not look like him?
So this is what it ended up as.
And
Tell me that's not the biggest dork.
And if you don't keep it up, it doesn't stay red. It turns into like an orange.
So there is
Right? That looks more orange,
It looks
especially with
orange.
the basketball next to it.
right. It was red, but
Yeah.
it actually turns out there's shampoo you're supposed to use when you do colors like that. That's like a color preservation shampoo.
Yeah.
Well, that sucker went to pink. So that didn't last
Oh,
very
my
long.
gosh.
But looking back, like it was pretty outrageous. And that T-shirt, just want to make a note of it, is a System of a Down T-shirt.
Okay.
Everybody on the world, how do you understand?
Oh my
I was
gosh.
super. That was my phase, where I was just into heavy music
While playing basketball.
While yeah, that's at a youth group event. We were holding a basketball on some tiny kid's head.
And you were in glasses. See, I'm not used to seeing you with glasses much
As
anymore.
soon as I could wear contacts, glasses were gone. My prescription just got to the point where if I put glasses on, my eyes got smaller.
Yeah.
And I didn't like that look. So because of that, like I haven't even updated. The last time I got a new pair of frames for my glasses was like 2014. I just keep wearing the same ones, super gluing them, keeping them together because I put them on at night. Because I
just need
got
them for a short period of time.
what I thought was a nice frame, but my eyes are beady. I can't. I'm not walking around with tiny eyes. I'll just go contacts.
Yeah.
So as soon as I could go contacts,
There were.
that's what I did.
That's funny.
Now there was actually a point in time where I went shorter than you.
No.
I went full Bic.
No way.
Yes, I believe the year was 2007. 2008
Okay.
maybe.
That
2007 to
was just out
2008.
of college around that time.
I'm in college.
You're in college still, okay.
Battle of the Bands opportunity comes up. I don't have a band. I get some friends.
You want to be a part of it.
Right.
I want to compete. You just got to get the band
one of my
together.
closest friends was a drummer. I knew I had him. His name's Zach. He's awesome. Found a guy who could play bass, another guitarist. Nick D'Angelo was the guitarist.
Okay, I know the man.
If he listens to this episode, he's going to tell me I owe him money. He says I didn't pay him for this Battle of the Bands that we did. Maybe I didn't. I'm pretty sure I did. But it was college. It was a weird time. Maybe I didn't. I don't know. Nick, I'll Venmo you. Probably won't. He was the other guitarist. So we go on, and I'm like, okay, well, we're not a band, so we can't do our own songs. So we went covers. And we opened up with the Newsboys hit Breakfast. So for those of you in Christian music circles, you probably know the song. You know the song Breakfast?
I don't know the song, no.
Really? Newsboys?
No. Maybe if I heard it, I would know it.
All right. Well, it's a youth group hit kind of thing. Anyway,
Yeah.
Peter Furler in the Newsboys is bald, and he always had like dark eye makeup on. So
you thought that would be a good look for you?
that was...
Oh, man.
I went with that look. I wish I had a better photo.
That's great.
But that was 100% cut
That's
and
nuts.
shaved. We're all black. I felt like I did the role pretty well, and I came out swinging. We covered Breakfast. We did All on the Watchtower. Maybe those are the only two songs we did. We did a guitar switch in the middle of it where I started playing bass at one point and then gave the other
Really?
guy my guitar.
That's pretty wild.
We had a good time.
So how'd you do then? How'd you stack up in the competition?
We got third place, and there wasn't 3 bands.
Okay, I was going to say, how many bands were there?
I don't remember. A decent number. We got third.
Third's great.
And everyone said it was because I was friends with one of the guys running it, which I don't think was the case. I think we showed people a good time.
Yeah, that's what it's about.
I watched the video back in the day, and my guitar was out of tune, so that was unfortunate.
Wow.
But there was like my school had good musicians. Like some of the bands that came out of it, just as I've been going down memory lane recently listening to it, I'm like, there was some good music that came out of it. And then like we got third place. We didn't even have an original band name. We called ourselves Dr. Teeth and the Electric Mayhem. That's just the band from the Muppets.
Right. That's hilarious.
So I went through that bald phase. See, I'm not afraid to go to an extreme for something. Like I felt like I'm gonna look like Peter Furler. I'm not just gonna cover Breakfast.
Yeah, you're going to go with the whole thing.
I'm gonna make myself look like him.
Yeah.
And I think it worked out. I think people were singing, they were enjoying it.
That's what matters.
But I've also gone to the extreme for Halloween. Most people are like, Halloween's one day.
Right.
Don't do anything too drastic.
Oh, I
It's
think I know
not
where
worth
this is
it.
going now. Yeah. It's just a day. Yeah. Why go crazy?
So
Why do something that has like semi-permanent repercussions?
when I was in college, there was a show that was super relevant. Everybody watched it at the
Seinfeld.
time. Not Seinfeld. That was done.
The other show.
What would that other show be, you think?
Could it be The Office?
It was The Office.
Oh.
And so for Halloween, I decided
Steve
to
Carell.
be I decided to be Kevin from The Office.
man.
And so this is me going through my process of getting my head.
Who's trimming your hair right there?
That is our friend Sarah.
Okay.
Katie's taking the pictures.
That's awesome.
We weren't an item yet, Katie and I.
Oh, really? We knew each other, though.
We knew each other. Yeah, she dressed up as a devil fairy. She said she was a ladybug, but she looked like a devil fairy. I don't have a group shot. I probably should have put the group shot in here. I did not. But so that's
Oh, yeah.
that's me. Oh, you can see the chin hair.
There's a chin hair there.
I got some chin hair you can see there in the white tee, not flattering. But then I became
The transformation happened.
There he is.
There it is.
Kevin.
That's
Are
him.
you kidding?
You pulled it off very well.
Right?
Absolutely.
I think it looks like him.
That's definitely a good.
You got to commit.
You got to.
You got to commit.
But I got to ask you, after it was over, you must have shaved the rest of
I
it off.
shaved the
right?
rest of it
Okay,
off.
Good.
It was very cold.
You also realized that it can't stay like this.
It's going to grow back.
Yeah.
Oh,
exactly.
you mean I couldn't?
You can't stay with
I couldn't stay looking like why? Literally, what's his face? I forget his name. Brian Bumgarner, maybe.
Yeah.
He lives with that hair.
Is it? Yeah.
That's him.
That's his hair.
Why does that work for him though? Right? Like if he shaved that off, you'd be like, that's weird.
Yeah, it's true.
But like that's what that man looks like in real life.
I don't know what it is. It's true. It's like
some people it works for.
You always wonder about that. Like, what would work for me? Like, I saw this. We were on the men's retreat. We were walking down in Old Forge, and there was a guy that looked like he was completely bald. And then he turned to the side, and I noticed he had a ponytail coming right off the back of his head. So it was like completely bald except for this one spot. Everything around it was shaved except for this one area where the ponytail came out. I'm thinking, for a brief second, you're thinking, that's an option?
That's not an option.
That's an option? And then I thought, no,
not for you. It's
not for me. No. But that's a hair option. Like someone thought of that and decided this is the way I'm gonna do it.
It's funny the kind of styles that have come and gone.
Yeah.
Like when you were a small child.
Yeah.
Did you do the tail?
I did not ever do it, but I remember seeing it on people.
Yeah, we had
back in the 80s, early 90s.
Yes.
The rat tail.
Little rat tail in the back.
I gotta say, if you were to ask me what the worst hairstyle imaginable is, that would be for me.
That's the worst.
Tail.
The worst hairstyle imaginable.
On a guy. For me, it just makes me cringe. Is there certain things that just make you cringe? That makes me cringe because it's avoidable. It's avoidable.
Well, it's intentional. They want the tail.
Exactly. I know. But you know what?
Notice that has not come back.
Do the kids want the tail, or do the parents want
what's
it
worse,
for them?
But what's worse,
That's the question.
The tail or like the flock of seagulls kind of hairdo?
Oh, the flock of seagulls.
I don't even know how to describe it, but it's like long stuff. I don't know. I can't pull it up.
It's not the mullet, right?
It's not a mullet. No, it's just totally different.
Yeah. I can think of the band, and I can think of
the
song.
I guess it's not that bad.
I can't think of the hairstyle. But the 80s were a very they did a lot of experimentation with hairstyles for sure.
Yeah.
Probably more than in any other decade that I can think of.
Because it's hair.
Right.
Just don't care.
Right. Yeah.
It'll grow back.
Maybe not.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Possibly. I don't know.
Oh boy.
Well,
hair's a funny thing, but
this is
I ain't got nowhere.
This episode is just to reveal the new co-host.
Yeah.
Chris.
So hopefully this will be long enough of an episode where you get to see it and get used to it.
That's right.
So.
And by the time you see him in person, if you haven't yet, you'll be ready for it.
Yeah, it won't be shocking anymore.
So, I guess that's all we have today.
That's all we got.
So we'll have to catch you next time right here in this new office for the Lunch Break Podcast.
It might even look a little different next time. You never know. Might be some new decorations. We're still kind of in process.
Maybe.
You never know.
Maybe.
But
this is Chris's axe on the wall. He shreds. He doesn't.
I don't at all. I wish I could.
So, all right.
I can make it look like him. I can be a poser.
It's true. We should take.
I'm a good poser.
That's what we should do. I'm trying to end the episode, but now I keep having thought. We should do like a photo shoot now because it's a whole new look with you posing with like guitars and stuff, and like see like does Chris look like a musician?
Can I pull off the musician look?
Maybe you can now.
I think I could pull that off.
Absolutely,
I can certainly do that. Can I pull off the wrestler look like The Rock?
You already do.
Just naturally now because
you've entered the club, you look like every person.
Just got to tan first.
You got to tan.
Then it will definitely work.
You got to tan, and you got to work out 5 times a day, eat 3 million calories, and
it's too much work. I don't want to do that.
Yeah, well, it is what it is.
It is what it is.
Anyway,
yeah,
that's
this
enough
is a fun
from us.
episode. Yeah, this is good. It's good to be back. It's good to finally be back too.
It is. I swear we will do another episode sooner than we just did this one.
Yes. Well, now that we're kind of settled into our new surroundings.
You got a setup?
Yeah. You got the setup down, too, it looks like. You got it all kind of configured.
Working on it. A lot of wires that you guys can't see.
Yeah.
I got to work on cleaning it up, but it's pretty good.
Yeah.
It's pretty good.
Great for a first new episode of the season 3.
That's right. All right. We'll catch you guys next time on the Lunch Break Podcast.
Thanks for joining us.